In the chill of a November night in 2022, the off-campus home at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, pulsed with the easy joy of college life. Inside, 4 University of Idaho students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin shared laughter, music, and plans for the hours ahead. It was a Saturday night like so many before, filled with the warmth of friendship and youthful hope. But by dawn, that warmth had vanished, replaced by a haunting stillness. The 4 friends were discovered brutally, stabbed to death in their beds, an act of violence so shocking it would shake not only their college town but the entire nation. They were more than victims. They were beloved souls with bright futures. Kaylee, 21, fearless and ready to start a new chapter in Texas. Madison, also 21, her loyal and inseparable friend since childhood. Xana, 20, whose infectious laughter and kindness lit up any room. And Ethan, also 20, Xana's devoted boyfriend, a gentle athlete with a promising life ahead. Their murders, uncovered on the 13th of November, 2022, left a community in mourning and sparked a nationwide search for answers. Who could do something so monstrous? And why? Piece by piece, through security footage, police reports, and witness statements, investigators began to trace the timeline of that tragic night.
Roommate in the home told police she saw and heard the night of the murders.
Yeah, this information came to light as Bryan Kohberger's defense team challenged the roommate's credibility, saying she gave inconsistent interviews to police who failed to share that with the court. Jordan Smith is in studio now to unpack these new details.
Yeah, this all came about because Kohberger's defense team was trying to get evidence and search warrants tossed from the case. Kohberger's team argued that police intentionally left out information about what the surviving roommate said she saw that night, including telling police that her memory was fuzzy and cloudy. Kohberger's defense attorney, Ann Taylor, accuses that roommate of telling one officer, but not another, that she saw a man carrying a vacuum-type object the night of the murders, and that she thought it was her friend Kaylee Goncalves she heard running. Question: there was other evidence that corroborated her account.
Kaylee and Madison had spent the evening out, visiting a local bar before stopping at a food truck around 1:41 a.m., where security cameras captured them laughing and chatting, unaware of the horror awaiting them. Xana and Ethan, meanwhile, had attended a party at a nearby fraternity house, returning home around 1:45 a.m. By all accounts, the 4 were back at 1122 King Road by 2 a.m. Investigators estimate the murders occurred between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. The killer, wielding a large fixed-blade knife, moved with chilling precision, attacking the victims in their second and third-floor bedrooms. The strikes were brutal, targeting the victims as they slept or lay in bed. Blood stained the walls, seeping through to the exterior of the house, a grim testament to the violence within. Yet, 2 other roommates sleeping on the ground floor were untouched, a detail that deepened the mystery. No signs of forced entry were found, suggesting the killer either knew the house's layout or exploited its accessibility. A sliding glass door was often left unlocked. Neighbors reported no disturbances that night. No screams or cries for help pierced the quiet. The only clue came from a nearby security camera, which recorded faint sounds around 4:17 a.m., a possible muffled cry, a dog barking, and the revving of a car engine speeding away.
Right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, Bethany, we gotta go check. But we have to. Oh, what's wrong? She's not waking up.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started though.
The next morning, at 11:58 a.m., one of the surviving roommates, believing someone was unconscious, called 911. When police arrived, they were met with a scene so horrific it left even veteran officers shaken. The Moscow Police Department, unaccustomed to handling such high-profile cases, called in the Idaho State Police and the FBI. The crime scene yielded little immediate evidence. No murder weapon, no clear fingerprints, and no obvious suspect. The community, desperate for answers, turned to speculation, while social media buzzed with theories ranging from a jealous ex to a random serial killer. A breakthrough came with the discovery of a leather knife sheath on Madison's bed, stamped with a military-style insignia. Forensic testing revealed male DNA on the sheath's snap, a critical clue. Meanwhile, investigators honed in on a white Hyundai Elantra captured on multiple security cameras circling the neighborhood in the early morning hours of the 13th of November. The car was seen near 1122 King Road at least 3 times between 3:29 a.m. and 4:20 a.m. before speeding away shortly after the suspected time of the murders. As weeks passed, police quietly focused on Bryan Kohberger, a 28-year-old PhD student in criminology at Washington State University, just 8 miles from Moscow. Kohberger owned a white Hyundai Elantra matching the description from the footage. Cell phone data revealed his phone had pinged near the victim's home at least 12 times in the months leading up to the murders, often late at night, suggesting possible surveillance. On the night of the killings, his phone was turned off from 2:47 a.m. to 4:48 a.m., a window that aligned suspiciously with the crime. To confirm their suspicions, investigators tracked Kohberger to his family home in Pennsylvania, where he had driven for winter break. On the 27th of December, 2022, they collected trash from outside the residence. DNA from the trash matched the profile on the knife sheath with near certainty, linking Kohberger directly to the crime scene. On the 30th of December, he was arrested at his parents' home. When he appeared in court, his calm demeanor and refusal to speak only fueled public fascination. Prosecutors built a compelling case. The DNA on the sheath was a cornerstone, described as a 1-in-1 1.8 quintillion match to Kohberger. The Elantra's movements, captured on video, aligned with the timeline of the murders. Cell phone data placed Kohberger's phone in the area before and after the crime, despite being off during the critical hours. Additional evidence included Kohberger's alleged interest in true crime. He had once posted online asking ex-convicts to describe their thought processes during crimes, raising questions about whether his academic pursuits masked a darker obsession.
Mr. Kohberger prepared to plead to these charges?
Your Honor, we will be standing silent.
Because Mr. Kohberger is standing silent, I'm going to enter not guilty pleas. Charge in count 5, murder in the first degree. Do you understand the maximum penalty?
Yes.
And Ms. Taylor, is Mr. Kohberger prepared to plead to these charges?
Your Honor, we will be standing silent.
Because Mr. Kohberger is standing silent, I'm going to enter not guilty plea.
Bryan Kohberger's background has added complexity to a case already gripping the nation. Described by some as socially awkward yet undeniably intelligent, Kohberger had studied criminal justice and was reportedly obsessed with understanding the minds of criminals. People who crossed his path paint contrasting pictures. A few remember his intense, unsettling demeanor, while others saw nothing remarkable. His defense team has pushed back against the prosecution's narrative, arguing that the DNA found on the knife sheath, a single touch sample, could have been transferred inadvertently. They also question the surveillance footage of a white Hyundai Elantra, noting that many similar vehicles exist, and challenge the phone data, which shows only proximity to the crime scene, not presence inside the house. Most notably, the murder weapon has never been recovered, a point the defense highlights as a critical gap in the case. The tragedy left an unshakable impact on the victims' families and the wider community. Kaylee Goncalves, weeks from graduating, had her heart set on a career in marketing. Madison Mogen, her best friend since childhood, shared Kaylee's adventurous spirit and optimism. Xana Kernodle, pursuing a future in nursing, was known for her kindness and warmth. Ethan Chapin, a freshman and a triplet, stood out for his friendly nature and athletic talent. In their grief, the families have found purpose, advocating for justice and establishing foundations to keep the victims' memories alive. Moscow, Idaho, a peaceful college town, has been profoundly changed. Vigils drew thousands of mourners, uniting the community in shared sorrow and determination. In 2024, the house at 1122 King Road, once filled with life, was demolished. Its presence too painful a reminder of what happened.